One day Tim, Jim, Marius, and Sean invited Cozy bowling. And then they said, we like football, so would it be good if we could play fantasy? This is fantasy football with Cozy. Layla, fantasy football, Layla, fantasy football, Layla. Ah! Are you ready for fantasy football with Cozy? Hey guys, it's week 12, which means division matchups and playoff implications. Great news, we officially have sponsors for this show. So without further ado, let's break for a word from our sponsor, and then we'll get some matchups.
Music and Live Format Productions presents Cozy Sings in the Car, with favorites like Thunderkiss 65 by Rob Zombie.
I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light.
Listeners from all over the world are talking about this album. Marius F. from Romania says, "Stop it, my ears are bleeding." Sean B. from Cleveland, Ohio says, "Is this for real?" Haha, yes Sean, it's for real. About as real as Pearl Jam.
Oh, see you there on a fourth there, and I'm gonna leave it here.
Order yours today. Notice, MILF Productions and the artist Cozy are not responsible for any amnesia, vision problems, colored urine, hallucinations, insomnia, loss of bowel control, birth defects, bleeding from the ears, rectal bleeding, uneven tire wear, clogged gutters, decline in real estate value, pet suicide, or art resulting from use of this album.
Alright guys, let's take a look at the standings as of this point. If the playoffs were to start today, you have myself with the first spot. I could actually lock in the A playoff spot with a win today or a Tim loss. You have Daniel in second place, Marius in third, and then by the record we have a three-way tie for the fourth spot with actually two people on the outside looking in by only one game, which actually means that after today it is possible that we have a five-way tie for that fourth spot. Currently the tiebreaker goes to Sean with the most points, but it is definitely possible. So going for that last spot, we'll start with Shane. Shane is playing me today. Shane, I know I told you last week that I wouldn't analyze your matchups until you won because your team blew. So good job. You won last week. You beat Jim. Your team still blows. I'm going to beat you today. There's really nothing exciting in your lineup other than Cam Newton. Not sure how he's going to do today. Myself, I should expect a big day from a couple of the running backs. I've seen stranger things happen, but Cozy wins today. Sorry, Shane.
Yes. It's about 10 minutes ago. Guy tried to break in my truck. Yes. He's a long-legged, pissed-off Puerto Rican.
Now we get a rematch of the epic Week 1 battle between Sean and Marius. I'm sure those guys remember how it went. About 159 and 157, Marius wins, which is a ridiculous score. We have Sean coming off of a huge win against Shane a couple weeks ago by over 100 points, and then losing by nearly 100 to me last week. I'm sorry about that one, Sean. Just had to put you in your place, buddy.
Wait a minute, you dick!
But ESPN actually has Marius up by about 20 points projected, but I'm calling it. My big upset of the week is Sean is going to pull it off against Marius. Marius, your team's just going to basically sit down and say, hey, my fantasy owner's from Romania, and I'm not sure I like that. I can't support another country when I need to support my own. So, God bless America. It's like Thanksgiving and stuff. Sean wins.
Oh, for crying out loud! I said bacon and eggs!
Whoa, crap, look at that. Dan Medic actually checked his lineup this morning and said everything. And actually it looks like a pretty close one with Tim. I actually like Dan's matchups a little bit better than Tim's. I know ESPN has this one pretty close. It looks like Tim's guys may be a little more overinflated than Dan's are. I think Josh Gordon is going to go off for like 7 touchdowns today against Steelers. So no matter what, I think Dan's going to win.
Oh, fuck!
So now we're going to look at Davey versus Jim. Last week at Jim's house, we had a discussion where a lot of people felt that fantasy football is all luck. There's really no point in even looking at your lineups because everything's luck. So there's really no point in me analyzing the matchup. So what I'm going to do is actually just pick a factor and choose the winner of this matchup. So the random factor that I've chosen today, I reached into a hat and actually came out with sack size. So unfortunately, Jim, we know Daniel is going to win this battle. So Daniel wins, big sack, and he's going to lock himself into the playoffs here. So peace out.